some of us went up in the sky today.
Yeah, our own Shannon Handy had a chance to fly with the Golden Knights, and she had an incredible experience. Shannon, you did not jump out of the airplane, thank goodness, but you got to watch what they do, and they practice this year-round.
Yeah, it was such an incredible experience, and it was a surprise to us because we went up with the Golden Knights, but the Navy Leapfrog team was also up there. There were a total of 18 guys, or 16 guys rather, jumping out of that plane. They make it look easy. They were cool, calm, and collective. A few of the guys were like sleeping in the back when we were going on up, and here I am, you know, holding onto my seat like this, you know, but as cool and calm as they are, it takes a ton of work to do what they do. So it was really neat to see it so up close and personal. So take a look at what we saw.
The Golden Knights fly out of a de Havilland Dash 8. Now, even though it's hot down here, I have jackets, a beanie, and mittens because we're told it gets very cold up there. Let's head on in.
Today we got a front row seat, literally, to the Army's Golden Knight Show. An added surprise, the Navy Leapfrogs took part as well. The two teams are elite skydivers who travel all over doing stunts like this.
We enjoy jumping out of planes, performing for people, and interacting with the crowd when we actually do land.
But it's not as simple as jumping out of a plane. Each performance takes a lot of preparation. Before boarding the flight, the teams check their gear multiple times. They also practice their moves while still on the ground before they do them in the sky. Then there's the traditional chant. And finally, it's time to get to work. We climbed up to 5,000 feet. Once there, the plane made multiple maneuvers as team members hung outside an open door. This isn't part of the performance. It's to determine wind speed and direction to make sure everything goes right. Then when it's time to jump, the guys move quick. It was incredible to witness it so close up. For fans on the ground, it's no doubt spectacular too.
Oh my gosh, so cool, Shannon. You got to go up there. Those guys, for them, it's easy, but you're a noob, you know. And by the way, happy birthday, Shannon Handy, everybody.
Yes,
But your birthday present was going up there. What was that like?
It was, like I said, an incredible experience. And you saw in the beginning of that story, I brought my jackets and my beanie and my gloves, which is odd because it's like 90 degrees out here. It's really hot, but it gets really cold up there. In fact, they would not let us on the plane unless we had a jacket. We were up at 5,000 feet, so it wasn't too frigid, but they say usually they jump from 12,000 feet, which is really, really freezing. The breeze actually felt good up there, but it gets a lot colder. But, you know, we just want to thank the military for that access. Just to be able to be there and see what these guys do is amazing.
And you mentioned as we were listening to that story there that for people that are interested in doing something like that, what sort of training do they have to have?
Well, we spoke to someone on the Golden Knights who was on that flight, and he said that anyone in the Army can try out for the Golden Knights. All they need is 100 free jumps and a special license, and then you could try out. If you are chosen, then of course you have to go through this rigorous training, and then these guys just go around, and this is what they do, and they're amazing.
And they make it look easy.
They do, and they are based out of Fort Bragg, so they came into San Diego to entertain all of us out here, and like I said, from that story, you know, people on the ground, it's just as amazing to see it from the ground as it is from the air. I mean, at least if you were on the ground, you could see them, you know, complete their tricks and everything. I was kind of just leaning like this. We were strapped in, and also we had GoPros and cell phones. Any equipment you have, they would strap in with you. So I had a seatbelt, and then if I wanted to use my GoPro, it was strapped to like this rope connected to the wall of the plane. So you can't have anything free in there because obviously if it fell out of the plane, that would be a huge safety risk. So everything is done to the T, just like the military likes it, but it was really, really fun. And
you said you observed that, you know, for someone like us, it would be really exciting and nerve-wracking to go up, but very low blood pressure for those guys. I mean, they do so much practice and work, but it's got to be something about their personalities to be as cool as the way you described.
Absolutely, and you know, we couldn't show everything. We don't have enough time to show all the footage we got, but as we're like going up on the plane, they were playing this hype music, like this rock music, and they were changing into their jumpsuits, and they were dancing around and tapping their feet.
Sounds like a party.
And they were just high-fiving each other and hooting and hollering, and they're really cool guys. And like I said, a couple of them were sleeping I'm not kidding. I looked over. I'm like, those guys are snoozing. But they're just, you know, they're just cool guys. This is what they do. It's second nature to them. And, you know, we just really appreciate their talents and, of course, their service to our country.
Yeah.
Just another day on the job.
Yeah,
for those
fun
Golden
job. And a fun
Knights.
birthday
Yes.
present for me to be able to go up there. So thank you to my bosses who let that happen.
Happy birthday, Shannon.
And like I said, always
guys.
important to remember, this is a demonstration for us, but these are critical skills that they have if and when we go to war, when they're deployed. So not just a show.
Exactly.
Right, Shannon, thanks.
Thanks,
Glad you had a
Shannon.
great day.